working backwards here, did you get to see the letters that Donald Trump wrote and sent to Kim Jong-un?
Oh, yes, I have them all. I think it adds up to 27 letters. They really are kind of the fondnesses that teenagers might exchange. There's nothing substantive in them. The idea that Trump said told me they're so top secret on the face, Lawrence, I'll send you a set there. After I mentioned them in the book I did, Rage, number of academics contacted me and said, can we have copies? And so I've given them out to academics, and if you read through them, you'd kind of laugh, because Kim is wooing Trump in a very unsophisticated way, and says, well, if we meet again, it will be out of a fantasy film, which I guess is the way Kim thought of it, and maybe to a certain extent Trump did.
What was your feeling after all that experience with Donald Trump when he would hand you different documents, about your feeling about his understanding of his own obligation with classified documents?
Oh, he's very careless, doesn't see a line between what he'd like to dish out or show people and what probably shouldn't. But no, I hate to kind of puncture this, but I want to be realistic about it, because the theme in all of these interviews is how unrealistic Trump is. He does not understand the presidency, does not understand his obligations to people. But these letters, I thought, and there was a lot of evidence early in 2020 that North Korea was going to be the big story, that maybe there would be a war, and the ultimate horrors, an exchange of nuclear weapons. And the core finding that I have from all of this is that Trump had, when I asked him, well, what are you doing? Are you trying to drive Kim to the negotiating table? He said, oh, no, let's talk about, who knows, instinct. Now, this is one of the most delicate foreign diplomatic relationships that he's just decided, oh, I'm going to do it on instinct. I'm going to meet with him. We're going to exchange these letters. And when you look at it, it's almost more comic than serious diplomacy. But it traumatized his national security team, because Kim, young, a thug, a murderous. I mean, one of the most awful dictators on the globe, had these nuclear weapons. He had missile launchers he got from China. He actually really knew how, or somebody did, to conceal them and protect them. So they were a real threat, and still are a threat to the United States.
You repeatedly tried to get him to focus on the murderous aspect of this North Korean dictatorship. Here's just one example when you told him about President Bush's attitude toward Kim. Let's listen to this.
President Bush once told me about Kim's father, Kim Jong-il. He said, I loathe Kim Jong-il because of what he's doing to his people.
And you know what? That attitude got him nothing.
And Bob, he wouldn't even let you finish with that thought. He absolutely at no point cares at all what this murderous dictator is doing to his people.
Yes, I mean that's what's so that's the ugly dimension of this, that the idea of and as he says in these interviews to me about Kim Jong-un, he likes me, we get along, there was a chemistry. He even says at one point, it's like, in 1 second when you meet a woman, whether it's going to happen. Again, the Defense Department, the intelligence people were just, oh my God, he's going to get us in a war. He is going to do something that will set Kim Jong-un off. And, in this relationship, like in all of Trump's relationships, they go up, great chemistry, and then all of a sudden the chemistry evaporates.
Bob, I spent the day in the room today with you and Donald Trump, listening and listening and listening. And the struggle that you had, the endless struggle that you had to keep his mind on the point that you raised. It would, no matter what you were talking about, if you were talking about the letters from Kim, he would show you the photographs and he'd show you, look at, he's smiling, and he never smiles in photographs. And then you make the point that, of course, he smiles in photographs with other world leaders who he meets with. But it's this constant kind of chaotic thing about talking to him where we can just feel the wrestling match that you're in, trying to move forward. Was it as exhausting as it is in its way to listen to?
Well, no. It's a very unusual 9 months to be in a situation where he could call me at any time, and he did at night, or just I wanted to check in. I could call him with very specific questions. I'd done a book earlier on him, and so I knew the modus operandi, and that it's hard to get him focused. What is the most revealing part of all of this? Anytime I want to ask a series of questions about race relations or the virus, he doesn't want to pay attention. And I got from Dr. Fauci and other experts what needed to be done to mobilize the country. This is in early April, and went through the list of things, coordinate with the intelligence community and so forth. And Trump kind of didn't want to listen. Then give them to me again, as I did. And I thought maybe he's going to do something. Did absolutely nothing.